Hi guys, so I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible, the November wrap up. I know I'm behind with the videos on this one and with the reviews on my blogs and on my GoodReads, but I will try to update it as soon as possible. Hopefully by today I'm gonna finish everything. So today is November 30th and I'm trying to film as many things as possible. So without further ado, let's keep on going. This month I did participate to 2 readathons. The first one, it was the normal one that I do every month, which is the year readathon. And for the November we had the debut authors, and the first ones that I've read, it is both of them, it is by the same author. It is by Ali Rom Calford. It is Shenanigans and Shroud. They're both of them graphic novel, so I flew through them. But it's not only because they're graphic novels, because it's really like funny and interesting. It is about mags and how they deal with their magic, and this kind of guild like that tries to keep like a certain the rules to keep people in check, not to use like the black magic, or to teach them how to use it, not to make a mistake, because if you use the magic in a different way, it might turn out like to be really bad. And what I love about it is because it's different than all the other magic. So they use runes, something like this, so you have to know how to read it and how to use it. And this one, she becomes the main character. This one is a prequel. This one is the volume 1. It's beautiful. It's about pretty much her and a demon going through some things and finding out what is going on, because a rogue mag stole something, and something really bad happened, and she was caught in that in the middle of that fight or war, let's go like that. It's just beautiful and fast reading, and it's funny, really fun. The next one that I have for that readathon is Strayhood by Alan Brent Hood. It's pretty much about his life and how he speaks about the challenges that he had to deal through, like from childhood to adulthood, and how he dealt with like racism, or like he even talks about some of renowned singers that they use like those songs to put themselves down, right, as a black people. And he's like, why do they do that? Because they're black too. Why are they using those kind of words? It's really interesting to like see from that point of view, and like it's beautiful, it's fast reading. You should definitely read it. Like you will change the way you see some things. You will definitely go through it. The next one that I've read, it was Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. If you guys remember, I did say that I'm gonna try to read as many books as possible by Nicholas Sparks because I love his movies. And this one is my third one. This is the first one for this month. I'm trying to read each month at least one. If you guys have not seen the movie, you should definitely read it because it's beautiful. But the changes that are in this one, beside that, she's actually natural blonde and she changes to brunette. In the movie, she's brunette and she changes to blonde. It's abuse against women, so she's trying to get away from her husband, not his husband, her husband, and to get away as far as possible because he's a policeman. But changing all these things, she's trying to stay in the most remote place possible so nobody can know her. She's changing her name, she changes everything, and without realizing, she falls in love. She gets other people that she cares about in trouble because her husband in the end finds her, and lots of things happen. So it's beautiful, it's different. I love all the stories that Nicholas Sparks right, so that's why I also like read them. The next one that I have read, it is Storm Siren by Mary Weber. This one is beautiful, guys, and if you don't believe me, because this one is the second one in the series, it is Storm Siren the first one, you should definitely believe Marissa Meyer and Josephine Angelini. Marissa Meyer said this: Storm Siren, it's a retrieving tale from start to finish between the shimmering romance, the rich and inventive fantasy world, and one serious jaw-dropping finale. Reader will clamor for the next book, which it is true. I really want to read the next book. And then Josephine Angelin, we all know who she is, the Starcross series, the 3 books. And Marissa Meyer, you know, right? She is the Cinder. I have not read them yet, but yeah, She's the author, so you guys should know she's an amazing author and she knows what she's talking about. She says this, Josephine Angelini says that reviving Reed, Mary Weber, Rich World, and Heartbreaking Heroine had made me from page 1 to die for. Like, honestly, this is an amazing book. So it's like a dystopian. They all have like different powers, but she's a scientist. She was actually a girl born with these powers. She had the storing power before, but because of certain things that happened in the first book, she's trying to to put aside the rules that she had learned and this discipline that she was like trying to do, but because of love and because of hate, she cannot control like her powers anymore as good as she could, and she does not want to listen to certain people because she wants to save somebody from being killed. And yeah, if I keep saying more, I'm gonna just give everything away. So you should definitely read it. You will love it. Like, if you liked the Shot at Me, you will love this one for sure. I just loved it. The next one that I actually read and listened to, it is the Bane Chronicles, and this is the first one that I picked for the Tom Topple readathon. And actually I made a big mistake because you were supposed to read a book that it has 500 pages and more. It's not that this one doesn't have, but this one, when I started reading, I realized it is pretty much short stories put it in one book, and I was like, yeah, that was a big fail. So anyway, without that, I'm gonna definitely like film the review for this. I just love it. I love that everything about Magnus, like, I cannot say any more about that. Like, everything about Magnus I love, and especially towards the end, because it gives you so much more about their love story, Malik and Alec, you know. Magnus and Alec, there can be a freaking whole season only about them and I will not be upset. Like, what more can you get? Like, you'll have a little bit about also, if you guys remember, Will Herondale and Tessa, you'll have a little bit more about that. You'll have a little bit about you know, when Valentine was in the circle, you'll have a little bit more about that story. You should definitely read this one because it gives you more insights about like monitoring instruments and foreign devices. And it does, I should have read this one before the Dark Artifacts. It's just beautiful. It just works a lot better to read it before. And the last one that I've read it, well, actually not finished it, but it has only 100 more pages and it's a manga. I'm gonna finish it today for sure. It is the Inuyasha Volume 2, and it is a story and art made by Rumiko Takashi. It is beautiful. If you guys have not seen the anime, you should definitely pick it up. He is half demon, so he has these beads around his neck because he's a bad guy, right? So he's the villain in it, but these beads keep him in check. They try to, this is Volume 2, so it's pretty much a continuation of the volume, and he has this chicken jewel. They try to put the pieces back together so they don't fall in the wrong hands. He actually won the whole jewel for himself, but things, they start changing it, and I even cried. I will leave the link below to that part because it's about, like, I put the vlog for it, and it just beautiful, funny, and amazing art, guys. It's just beautiful art, and yeah, I just love it. Like, I just love it. Can't say anything more about that. It's, I don't know, I just love this thing. It's my favorite manga. This one, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball, they're my favorite manga, people. It's just beautiful. So you guys, let me know what you have read for this month. Don't forget to leave the link below so I can check it out for you, and don't forget to subscribe. And this is, so let's hold it for you guys. Okay, have a nice day.